Today's dream features a lesson about forgiveness. Kind of. Not really. I'm trying to make this story sound deeper than it really is. Hi, I'm James. Sometimes I have crazy dreams. Sometimes I write them down. And this is a video I made about one. This video is brought to you by
nobody.
Because those are the kinds of sponsors you get when you have 13 subscribers. Please stick around to the end of the video so you can hear more about our sponsor. In this dream, I was at a convention. There were various booths all around. One was a Marine Corps recruiting booth. I stopped by to chat with him. I can't say why. I mean, I was in the Marine Corps many years ago, but I can't imagine I'd stop by to talk to some random Marines I don't know. It would kind of be like if I used to work at the Subway, and every time I went to Subway, I was like, hey man, I used to work at Subway too. I did also work at a Subway, but that was even before the Marine Corps. Subway's changed a lot since then. I have nothing in common with those guys anymore. Did you know they have more than 2 kinds of bread now? To be fair, the Marine Corps is a very unique experience no matter what time you were in, so you do have things in common, but I'm also just kind of a shy person. I'm not just gonna go talk to random strangers, except in a dream. Anyway, I introduced myself. One of the Marines working the booth had a K-bar. And for those of you that don't know, a K-bar is a giant combat knife. Seeing him with it reminded me of how I lost my K-bar that was given to me when I left my first unit. After talking a bit, he asked me if I had once been a Lance Corporal. I told him yes, a long time ago. He said, "You don't look much like a Marine," which I admit hurt my feelings a little, but this is not an uncommon response when people find out I served in the Marine Corps. I was never the square-jawed poster boy. He reached under the desk, pulled out a second K-bar, and said, "This might belong to you." Unsheathing it revealed the engravings on the blade. There was my rank, name, old unit, and some dates. This was my lost K-bar. I couldn't believe I was holding it again. "Where did you find it?" I asked. "A pawn shop. I've been holding on to it for years in case I found you." I didn't know how to thank him. He asked me, "How did you lose it?" I told him how it had been in a box in a storage unit when my ex and I split up. She took all her stuff, and I could only guess the K-bar was in one of the boxes she took. I knew of a few other items I could never find after we split up, but this was the only item I was sad to have lost. He said, "Exes will do that to you." Now that I'm recording this, I realize that Marine was also Batman. I told him I don't think she did it on purpose. I believe it was an honest mistake she wouldn't have realized until unpacking, which could have been years later. Our stuff had already been in storage for years, and she and I lost touch. It was then I realized this was a dream. My K-bar is still lost in real life, and even though it made me sad, I wasn't mad at my ex. I was sure there was no malice intended by her taking that box. The realization made me feel okay about the situation, even after I had woken up. Fortunately, I didn't wake up, so I kept looking at my K-bar. In my dream, I could see it so clearly, but now that I'm awake writing this script about this dream, it's hard to picture again. After that realization, I wandered around the convention, forgetting this was a dream. I was with a friend of mine, and she had some kind of physical activity to participate in, maybe a dance, I'm not sure. She had to go into a ladies' locker room, and I was sitting around waiting. I kept pulling out my K-bar and smiling. Then I remembered I'm holding a giant knife in a crowded area, giggling like a little schoolgirl. Maybe that's a bad idea. Thanks for hanging around to the end. Now, here's something from our sponsor. Thanks, sponsor. Here's a tip I learned recently. If you do subscribe to my channel and click the bell, YouTube will warn you whenever I post a new video. You're welcome.